Hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions gameplay video. Today, I'm excited to be bringing you Wonder Man against Ebony Maw in Expert mode. Now, here's the thing. I took a little bit of liberty and adjusted Wonder Man's deck and from his pre-con, so there's just a few changes, not much. But the main thing that I need to note here, I have not played Ebony Maw in a long time. In fact, he was probably one of the first scenarios that I ever faced, and it's just been a very long time since I faced him. So this may go very poorly. Also, this is the very first time that I'm playing Wonder Man. So this may go very poorly, but it may also go really well. So stick with me and let's see how it goes. All right, so finishing setup here. We have got everything set up there. We flip this over. Now, both of these say when revealed, each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts it into play. And then we shuffle the encounter deck discard pile and put it into the encounter deck. So I think the scheme gets revealed before the villain does. So I believe that we do the scheme, discard and then shuffle, and then we discard and get both environments in play. I could be wrong about that. If I am, please let me know in the comments below. I actually would like to be wrong about that, but it's sort of the grim rule, if you will, in that regard. I'm just going to do all of this. All right. That should hopefully be shuffled up well enough. We'll discard until we get... Okay, so we get Rubble Storm. We would shuffle... And now we're doing the villain one. Fireball. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so those two. This one comes in with 3 invocation counters. And this one comes with 4. Actually, I like to use that for the main scheme. Here we go. This starts with 1. Goes up by 1 each round. And... yeah, okay, so we've got all that taken care of. We're going to shuffle up the player deck. If you guys have already played Wonder Man, let me know in the comments below what you think of him. Do you like him? Do you prefer Hercules? Do you prefer Wonder Man? Do you not like either of them? Do you love them both? So far, I really like Hercules, and I'm just going to see how I feel about Wonder Man after this game. I've played a few games with Hercules, but only one recorded and uploaded. So let's see how well this goes. Again, this is my very first game with him, so win or loss, this gets uploaded. Hopefully it's a win. I'd love to pull off a win for the first time ever playing a hero against a villain I'm not very familiar with. All right, so I think we've got that all shuffled. Let's draw our starting hand. Oh, setup, we would have put that into play. So one way or another, Mr. Hollywood, one way or another, Ionic Blast, bombs away, and bombs away. Apparently I didn't shuffle very well. Well, I'm not really sure I want to deal with these. That could be a very bad decision on my part, but we'll put those away. We'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Great. So first of all, I'm going to use Stronger Together to pay for Mr. Hollywood. Then I'm going to flip up. I'll use Active Altruism, remove 1 threat from a scheme, remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each energy resource used to overpay for this card. This goes to the discard pile. Then this says, after you play an event with a printed energy resource, tuck that event from your discard pile under this card and heal a damage from your identity. I don't need to heal, but that does get tucked. So now my attack is 2. Ooh, this is cool. I'm going to use active altruism. And Mr. Hollywood will pay for Starstruck. So active altruism goes to the discard pile as a payment. This overpays for this. So deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. My attack is 2. So we deal 2 damage here to Ebony Maw. And then he gets stunned because I overpaid with an energy resource. This now goes under here. I'll hold on to Ionic Blast. And I'll attack for 3. Taking this down to 13. Okay. We'll draw up to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got a couple allies, an upgrade. Things might be going pretty well for us. Threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw would attack, but he's stunned, so he doesn't activate. And our encounter card is Pacification. another one. Comes in with 3 counters on it. I apparently didn't shuffle very well at all. Oh well, y'all watched me do it. Y'all watched me do it. All right, my turn. All right. Let's see. Love to use the Ionic Blast to get a card tucked here. But I'm going to use energy to pay for What Are You? Just get that into play. Then I guess do I put... I'm going to use Sentry. Firebird, and Mr. Hollywood. So that's 3 energy resources to pay for Ionic Blast. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 additional damage to that enemy for each energy resource used to overpay for this card. So I did... That's 1 to pay for it, and then 2 to overpay. So he takes 7 damage. So he goes down to 6. He will get to activate against me, but I don't see that as too traumatic. And I think I'm just going to thwart to keep this down. We're ready. I haven't had to take any damage yet, which is... Oh, that's because I don't have that way to generate resources. Okay, we'll drop to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got all 3 copies of Leading Blow. That's fantastic. And then we got a copy of Stronger Together. All right. Threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw will attack me this turn for 2 plus a boost. I'll go ahead and take this hit. 2, 3, 4. I go down to 8. Our encounter card. Oh, this drops to 2. This drops to 3. And that drops to 2. Our encounter card. Oh, he's going to attack me again. I think I'll defend this one for 2. 2. I take no damage, but he did activate, so this drops. This drops. And that drops. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so... Okay. Leading blow will pay for everywhere all at once. So I'm going to choose one scheme and remove 2 threat from it. All right. Then I'm just going to discard these cards. And I feel safe flipping down. We'll ready and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got Hawkeye, man. All right, threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw will scheme for 2. 2, just 2, so this goes up to 3. Pacification. Triggers. After the last invocation counter is removed from pacification, discard it. Exhaust each upgrade you control. And then I'm stunned. This is exhausted, but it doesn't really matter. And then this is exhausted, but it doesn't really matter. Fireball drops down to 1. Rubble Storm. After last invocation counter is removed from Rubble Storm, deal 2 damage to each character you control. I go down to 6. All right. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3. Really don't have the resources I want for all of this. Or I hang on to this and that. And do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of Jarvis and Hawkeye here. 3 resources to pay for heroic conditioning. That's going to give me plus 3 hit points. And then I'll flip up. I'll attack to clear my stunned. And then Power Flight is going to double pay 2 resources for everywhere all at once. Choose X schemes, remove 2 threat from each chosen scheme, 3 threat instead if I overpaid for this card. So I overpaid for it, we'll remove 3 threat from 1 scheme. And then this gets to go here. After you played an event with the printed energy resource icon, tuck that event from your discard pile under this card and heal 1 damage from your identity. So I go back up to 10. All right, we're ready. And draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No allies. Threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw attacks for 2 plus a boost. Sorry, I was just going back over that. So he's going to attack for 2 plus a boost. I'll take it. 2, 3, 4. Takes me down to 6. This gets done and takes me down to 2. Then our encounter card is Outrider. Discard 1 card at random from my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reroll 6. 5. Unified Strike. All right. All right, so I don't need... Yeah, I don't really need some of these cards in my hand. I guess I'm going to attack for 3 on the Outrider. And then I'm going to use Energy Siphon and Mr. Hollywood to pay for Starstruck. Deal damage to an enemy equal to my attack. So I will be dealing 1 damage to Ebony Maw. And then if I overpaid for this with an energy resource, stun that enemy. Ebony Maw gets stunned. I'm going to discard Stronger Together. And we'll ready and draw. Oh, and then forgot Starstruck would get tucked here. And I would get to heal 1. We'll drop to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw would attack, but he's stunned. And our encounter card, Pacification, comes in with 3 invocation counters. It surges into Restrained. Attach to the friendly character with the highest attack and exhaust it. Attached character cannot ready. I have to spend an energy and physical resource to discard that card. Well, there goes Wonder Fans. All right. All right. Wonder Fans will be our physical. And Everywhere All at Once will be our energy. Spend those to discard this. I'm going to use Active Altruism and Mr. Hollywood. So pay for Active Altruism. Generating 1 energy resource to overpay for this. So I get to remove 3 threat from a scheme. This gets tucked here. I heal 1. And then I'm going to take a damage. When I spend this card, take up to 3 damage. This card generates 1 additional energy resource for each damage taken this way. So I get to take 1 damage. So I generate 2 resources to pay for Scarlet Witch. She'll come in. After I play Scarlet Witch, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it is a treachery card, it is not. Resolve its when revealed ability. So she's there. And she'll hit Ebony Maw for 2. And take a consequential for it. Okay, I'll draw up to 5 and ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That goes up by 1. Ebony Maw attacks for 2 plus a boost. I'm going to take it to 5. When Wonder Man would be defeated, instead set his hit point dial to 4 and change him to alter ego form. I may tuck events with a printed energy resource from my discard pile under Ionic Physiology until there are 3 cards tucked there, and remove this card from the game. Okay, so that makes the 3rd. This card gets removed from the game. Okay. This does drop to 2. And Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. This goes up to 5. And this drops to 1. All right. I'm going to heal for 3. Unified Strike will pay for signature sunglasses. Then I will flip up. That counts as me changing form. I can either tuck an event or resource card with a printed energy resource icon from my discard pile under Ionic say Physiology, or add a card tucked under Ionic's Physiology to my hand. I'm going to take Active Altruism. And I'm going to use Mr. Hollywood to pay for it. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Remove 2 additional threat for each energy. So I will remove 3 threat, dropping this to 2. This gets tucked back under here, and I get to heal 1. Then Ionic Blast and Bombs Away will pay for Starstruck. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. If you overpaid for this card with an energy resource, stun that enemy. So I'm attacking for 4, and I overpaid for it with an energy resource because I used 2 to pay for it. So I deal 4 damage to him and stun him. However, he flips. He's not steady or anything, so he's still stunned. And then I discard cards until he gets a invocation thing there. Whatever that's called. A spell card. This could be problematic. There goes Shadows of the Past. A couple of minions. There goes Exhaustion. Manipulation. Comes in with 2 invocation counters. Alright, this does not go, unfortunately. Scarlet Witch is going to thwart for 2 and take a consequential. Ready? Drawing up to 5. 3, extra encounter card. Shuffle my deck. Or 5. There's Swordsman, Unified Strike. My Jet Belt, finally. Wonder Fans is back. Perfect. All right. The threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw would attack, but he's stunned. Since he doesn't activate, the invocation counters don't drop. We get 2 encounter cards. The first one, Reactor Overload with 3 threat. When revealed, either player must choose to either take 2 damage or place 2 threat here. Take the damage. And Outrider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll reroll 6s. 2. There goes the Unified Strike. All right, so it is my turn. Oh man, that's almost too good. I just can't do that because I need Swordsman would be nice. I can't do everything I want. Needs too many resources. Scarlet Witch will defeat the Outrider. She does get defeated herself. I guess I'm going to do this. I'm going to thwart 2 and then flip down. Because I changed forms, I'm going to tuck an event or, add a card tucked under physiology to my hand. Grab active altruism. We're going to use active altruism to pay for Wonder Fans. Wonder Fans is going to draw me a card. Energy Siphon and Leading Blow will pay for Jet Boots. No, Jet Belt. We'll hang on to Swordsman. And then we will ready and draw up to 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 3 plus a boost. 3, 4, 5. That puts this at 7, which does pop. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile. So this does pop. I am exhausting each upgrade I control. And I'm stunned. This drops to 1. Shuffle the encounter deck discard pile into the encounter deck. And then each player discards cards from the top of the environment deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts it into play in their play area. I did forget to surge that manipulation last round, which is unfortunate. So we get pacification here. 3 invocation counters. Starts with 1 threat and pops at 9. Okay. We'll do 2 encounter cards to make up for the surge or manipulation. First one is pacifism. Wonder Man cannot attack. I can either an alter ego exhaust or discard 3 cards tucked under ionic physiology to discard that card. And then Agent of Thanos. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each spell environment in your play area. This goes up to 3. Not too bad. Okay, so I won't be able to attack. Okay. Wonder Fans is going to tuck 1 event with a printed energy resource under in my discard pile under ionic physiology. then I will discard 3 cards tucked under Ionic Physiology to discard this card. Flip up. Before I do, I'm going to heal for 3. Then I'll flip up. And I'm going to add a card. I'm going to tuck an event or resource card from with a printed energy resource from my discard pile under Ionic Physiology. Okay. Active Altruism will remove 1 threat. Four resources will pay for Swordsman. He's going to thwart for 2 and take 2 consequential for it. Already dropped 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hawkeye's back, so is Firebird. Okay. This is going to be interesting. So threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw is going to attack. I won't defend it. 2. Swordsman is now going to defend without being exhausted, so he's taking 2. And the villain's going to get a tough status card. But I'm going to reduce the amount of damage he takes. When a character other than your hero would take any amount of damage, if that character shares a trait, we share Avenger, with your hero, reduce the damage by your defense. Reduce it by 2. He was only going to take 2, so he takes no damage. That gets tucked under Ionic Physiology and heals me 1 point. Manipulation goes away, so I discard a card at random from my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That's one way or another. And then I'm confused. Pacification drops down 1. Encounter card, Rubble Storm with a Surge. 3. Into another Rubble Storm. 3. Into a Pacification. 3. Into Channeling Trance. Remove 1 invocation counter from each spell environment in your play area. If you have no spell environments in your play area, discard cards to top the counter deck until a spell put that. Okay. So this drops to 2. 2. 2. And 1. I will exhaust to clear my stunned. Jet Belt is going to generate a resource by me discarding a card here. Stronger Together and Hawkeye will overpay for Firebird. Firebird will thwart 2, clearing the main. She takes a consequential when she does it. Swordsman will attack with piercing for 2 on Ebony Maw. See, 4 damage coming my way. Exhausting each upgrade I control. I think I can survive him scheming once. So I'm going to go ahead and flip down. After I change form, tuck an event, or so I get to add a card to there. And then Wonder Fans is going to do the same. Putting that up to 3. About to get stunned again. We will ready and draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Threat goes up by 1. Ebony Maw will scheme for 3, 4, 5. Pacification. Exhaust each upgrade I control. I'm stunned. Encounter card. Card gains Surge into Black Dwarf. I'll go ahead and draw a card and flip up. Exhaust to clear my stunned. Firebird will thwart 2. When Firebird would be defeated by consequential damage, oh, she would have had a rebirth counter on her because I overpaid for her. Remove a rebirth counter from her and heal all damage instead. So I don't think she gets unexhausted here. Okay, so Ionic Blast. Can use this to pay for it. How much damage can I do here? 1, take 3 damage, takes me to 7. Then I would deal 3. I would deal 7. So no, I wouldn't be able to do a whole ton with that. Leading Blow and Bombs of Way are kind of out of the thing. And then Everywhere All at Once would just immediately fizzle out. Leading Blow will pay for Everywhere All at Once. It is a thwart, so my Confused is gone. You get 6 damage on Black Dwarf. We're going to do... I'll take 2 damage. So that generates 1, 2, 3 to pay for Ionic Blast. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 additional to that enemy for each energy resource you ever paid for this card. So I take 2 damage, go down to 8. And this, he goes to 5. And then 7, which defeats him. Then 2 resources to pay for Ionic Blast. Deal 3 damage to an enemy, so 3 damage goes on Ebony Maw. Deal 2 additional, so I only overpaid by 1, so he goes down to 16. Ready. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 1 to 5. Ebony Maw will attack for 2 plus a boost. 2. I won't defend. Swordsman will without exhausting. So 2, 3. Defeats Swordsman. All of these pop. So I deal 2 damage to each character I control. So Firebird gets defeated. I take 2. I take 2 more. And then I exhaust each upgrade I control. And I'm stunned. Encounter card, the Black Order. Comes in with 2 threat. Now it's my turn. Okay. I'm going to exhaust to clear my stunned. I'm going to do one way or another. I'm going to search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. Get Landing Craft. And then I get to draw 3 cards. One, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay for Everywhere All at Once. Choose X schemes. I chose 3. Remove 2 threat from each scheme, 3 instead if I overpaid for this card. So this drops down to 2. These are defeated. And then this makes me discard until I get a minion. Outrider. And it just gets put into play so it's not revealed. All right. 2 energy resources to pay for Starstruck. I will deal 4 damage to Ebony Maw and stun him. Cannot afford to flip down right now. Ready, and draw 1, 2, 3. Get an encounter card. Could I afford to flip down? If I did, he could scheme for quite a bit, and he could theoretically scheme twice. So I think we'll take the risk here. 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 1 to 3. No activation here from Ebony Maw. We take 1 from the Outrider. Counter cards. We get a scheme of 3. Just 3. And this surges into... Oh my gosh. Oh no. So gang up. I'll defend. Ebony Maw's attack. So he's attacking for 2, 3. I take 1 damage. He attacks for 1. And the final exhaustion. Dang, we really surged everything here. Survived that round though. It comes in with 3 threat. 5, because I can't afford to take any damage. This would drop to 3. I think the manipulation was there first. Okay. Golly. Try it. 1, 2, 3. Sentry. 1, 2. Bombs away. We'll exhaust Sentry. Of course, I will. Probably shouldn't have done that. I think. Honestly. It's probably game. I don't know. We'll see. 2 threat there. Sentry is going to exhaust with bombs away. He'll deal 3 damage here to that, and the Outrider's defeated. He takes no damage. Threat will go up by 2. We may be able to survive. We'll ready and dropped 5. 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 2 to 8. Ebony Maw will attack. Sentry will defend. 2, 5. And our encounter card. Oh, of course, this goes away. So discard a card from random. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power Flight. And I am confused. This drops to 2. Then we get an encounter card. Super Giant with Quick Strike. Dadgummit. Defend for 2, so I take no damage. I mean, it's game. Like, there's no way I can get around this. I think if Ebony Maw ends up scheming on the next turn, it doesn't matter. So anyways, we'll try. We'll see what we can do. 1, 2 for active altruism. Actually, yeah, that's fine. 2 for active altruism to remove 5 threat from a scheme. Then we'll generate an energy resource for an event. There's another resource. So that's 3 threat. From here, drops it to 5. but there's no way I can survive the next round. Not unless there was something to block any damage that I could take. And I don't have any of those kinds of defense events in my deck. Ready. Dropped 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 2 to 7. Ebony Maw will attack for 2 plus a boost. I'll defend for 2. Discard a card from random from my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Supergiant attacks for 2. That's game. This would have gone to 1. So I think there was just a few things that happened that if I had been able to prevent it from happening, it would have been so much better. But unfortunately, I'm just not... one, I was not very versed at all in Wonder Man or how to use him. He's really fun. I think just getting stunned and confused a lot really messed things up. And then just getting these quick strike minions and these environments that just were working against me. There's probably a couple of times I should have flipped down to Alter Ego and just didn't. I didn't think about it, or I felt too nervous. Maybe if I'd slowed down and thought about what I was doing. I really think that Stronger Together is a cool card used in combination with somebody like Swordsman, but unfortunately, Swordsman doesn't go on the table very much. He's too expensive. He's 4 cost. And you kind of want to use him for his activations, which is why you'd want to use Stronger Together. But the other thing is that Stronger Together is just... I mean, it's a cool card. And it works nicely for Wonder Man. But when you get your Ionic Physiology card filled up, there's not really much you can do. And if you're getting stunned a lot, then you really can't get rid of those cards to be able to start refilling it. I don't know. I do like Wonder Man. I think I'm going to have to sit with him for a little bit and work on him and figure out how to make his deck work. Even in Justice, I wasn't able to do enough against Ebony Maw. I mean, we got down to 9. He had 9 hit points left. So I think we'll have to try it again at some point in the future. I may try taking Hercules up against Ebony Maw and just see how that works. But until next time, guys, stay twisty.